Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only we find a way to win. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Running through contact. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. To the air, it's Aller. Rushes on him. The short hands, it's Penn. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. And this guy stood in the pocket and he took one right in the kisser and still delivered the ball.
Showed you his toughness there, Reese, didn't he? And he still had to be accurate with that throw because that was man coverage. He really had to do a good job making sure that football was put on his target.
Quarterback keeps it. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
We're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there's a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, fourth down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences are that now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. And the timing just a hair off.
It's now 3rd down.
Tough call to make here. 3rd and 10 from inside your own 5. You just can't afford a mistake. Might be calling a hot route. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Got him downfield. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Looking down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. Bringing a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him. So a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. It's a draw. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Oh, he's got some space. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the 1st down out of the Wildcat.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. They're working that left side. And he'll home it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
It's It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He is a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got a man. It's Hudson. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to throw, it's Aller. Grab near the marker, it's Singleton. Crosses the 30, he's got away. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. On the move, it's Allen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On third down, he drops the throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody run. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Barnes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback.
First and 10.
The Oklahoma offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Using his feet to buy time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Finds a man on the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He's got the tight end. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got the first down and still on his feet. All kinds of room to the right. The 10. Touchdown, Nittany throws, and it was lights out after that.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. He wants to change this route. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Makes the grab, it's Gibson.
Hey, quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He's going for the big play. He's got it on the outside. Finds a seam. Touchdown Sooner. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. A direct snap, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. With the catch, it's Singleton. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. The Nittany Lions will hustle with the line. Wants to throw on third. Skips away from pressure. Caught near the sticks. It's Ross. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Fires downfield. Grabbed on the outside. It's Ross. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Looking to throw, it's Allen. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down now after the sack. Looking to fire. Steps away to find some room. Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. The Nittany Lions will try to pick it up on fourth down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll try to do it himself. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Nittany Lions will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless, and that back, David, had nowhere to go.
He had nowhere to go, but those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by. And you could tell they didn't do that. They didn't create any holes. There was really nowhere for him to go. You got to give him that first little hole, and then maybe he can make a move. So the offensive line needs to do a better job.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Complete to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The
turning it on! He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Yeah, I love the little play-action fake. It's, you get inside the 5, you're thinking run as a defense, come up, be physical, and they slip those guys right behind you, throw it over the top of you. Man, those are tough to defend. Nice little play-action by this offense.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Singleton. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Takes the handoff. It's Singleton. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Caught over the middle. It's Penn. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. To the ground with the back. space, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Back to pass, it's Allard. Fires left. Got his man downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Now, Drew Allard feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Allard still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense, another year with Coltonecki, the running backs back, like this offense could really take that next step.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He's going for a big play downfield. Holds it in on the left. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
Slithers into space. They pick up half of it. It'll be second and 5.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Pulls it in. It's out. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up here.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Bringing the heat. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Makes the catch. It's Ross. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Aller. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Throws for the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Pena.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, running back gets He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it! He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Let's it fly! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby! Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by 4 over Boston College. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Sooner offense returns to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
The Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. He's got his man across the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Direct snap. Finds some fresh air. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Creates a little space. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that 1st down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. He'll take it himself. The offense coughs it up. Defense has it. They're on the move. Speeding down the left side. The 30. He's at the 10. Can you believe? A catastrophic mistake leads to a defensive touchdown, and now we're a point away from a tie game.
Man, what an awesome game. This is exactly, guys, when we were talking to coaches, they knew it would come down to the last minute. It would be competitive. And how about that? The offense coming through, tying this football game. Well, an extra point away from tying this football game up. And now, 2-minute drill on the other side. Who can execute? Who can make a big play down this stretch? Maybe go down the field, get a field goal. We got a good finish coming.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. To the air, it's Mateer. Got it in the middle, it's Gibson. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. Flag on the field, and the kicker's going to have a little bit shorter distance to work with here. The Sooners trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. And the quarterback takes a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.